everyone, and welcome back to Jesse Hecht Creative. Today we're going over the Power Rangers Dino Megazord from Hasbro. Before we begin, make sure to hit that like button and smash that subscribe button. Now let's get to it. So here are all the individual mechs for the Dino Megazord. They are all dinosaur themed and look really cool. Let's check them all out. Let's start off with Red, the T-Rex dinosaur. Looks super really cool and neat. Going up closer, we see all the different individual mech looks. The sculpting is really nice. The paint is something else though. And also these screws everywhere. I'm not a huge fan of those. The paint is fine. It just doesn't look that silvery or metallic. It kind of loses that. It looks very toy-like rather than something that would actually be a giant robot for your monsters to fight. But I can appreciate what little paint they put here and there. The tail looks kind of weird and hollow. You know, actually it didn't even fit it to the bottom yet of the whole figure. It kind of snaps in a little bit, but it isn't wanting to snap that much now, I would guess, so whatever. It looks pretty cool though, and looks neat. The jaw can articulate a little bit. It can roar, have a big impressive look up and down. You get some articulation up here, going this way. It's just a swivel hinge. You know, you can go up and down on this, but it's kind of stressing a little bit over here, which is kind of a shame. Get some rotation over here. You can go down all the way over here with this weird knee pad. We'll see later what's going on with that. You can go up here also. You actually kind of like push the leg and fold it into itself. And I'm actually going to be transforming it live on camera as we go on right now. But yeah, it just looks super neat. And it's a really cool figure. But you have a really neat surprise in the form of a separate head. Move these sort of horn pieces back and affix them to the completed head. And here's our first step, you know, making this like this. So follow along if you have one or not. But yeah, here we go with that Megazord. It also comes with this sword, which is, you know, silver-ish, not really that great, toyetic, plastic. I like this design, actually. That's pretty cool, but it isn't really much to snuff at. Blue has a Triceratops design, as noted by that helmet he had. You know, they all have different helmet designs that match dinosaurs. They're pretty cool, you know, it looks nice. I like this head sculpt especially, and these horns are really cool. They're made of sort of a rubbery material so they won't break. You know, some nice paint over here. You know, I don't think it's a sticker, it's all just paint. There are stickers over here though, which is kind of a shame. And the tail's kind of flat and weird. I don't know, could be an Ankylosaur, I'm not even sure. There's no treads either, or rolly things. It just, you know, very static. You got screws holding it together over here, which is kind of a shame. But yeah, to transform it, you move the tail in, and that can articulate, and the head can move up, articulate into a foot. And we'll see that in a little bit. Yellow Ranger Saber-Tooth Tiger Zord is a sight to behold. It looks super cool, actually. I really like this design. Minus the screws in it, of course. But yeah, it just looks nice. You can articulate these, move these around. You know, there's some stickers here and there, but they work well for the design. I love this gear. It looks really great. The legs can move up and down, you know. Moving them down actually, I think, would help with the, you know, I guess the transformation if I'm going to do it now. Moving these fangs back, you know, and then moving these in so they fit into this groove. And I guess just moving it up a little bit on the head. Making the kind of, you know, sort of a praying, bowing pose, I would guess. Or moving it back doesn't really work that well. So I'm going to do this, I guess, for that. And finally the tail, which is like a sort of drill-looking thing, moves down all the way. And there you have your legs that I will assemble to its suite. Just scooch the camera up, grab your top part, and then plug in. And it should plug in very nicely. You know, they're pretty good parts. We really should click in over here. I'm not sure. There it is. Yeah, it does click on both. Just make sure they click and you'll be fine. My big problem with this is these legs. If you can take these out and remove them, you actually get leg articulation. It doesn't really want to move. It moves this way. Why couldn't they make it so it can move the other way, or at least have a way to like pull the, you know, this part out? That's frustrating to me. You can't get leg articulation. That would make it much better. They could have engineered something in there, you know, I'm sure, but it probably wasn't in the cards. But there's your legs at least for the Megazord. And here we have our Mastodon. It looks really nice. Mastodon, mammoth, whatever. I love it. It's really cute, kind of, I think. Cute and pudgy. I love how this guy looks. There is a lot of hollow spots on him, though, that take away from the look. But when you have a front or a side view, mostly front view looks really good. You won't really notice that much. There are a lot of stickers on the side, on the front, I believe. The tusks don't look that metallic. The feet look kind of, you know, chunky, but it's really cute, I think. It's kind of an adorable little figure. I like this guy, you know, can move. His legs can move back and forth a little bit. These are static. His head can move up and down a tiny bit. That's about it. Now, he requires a lot of transformation time. Let's start with taking off the head over here. That snaps off. And then the body can move out from this casing. 1 and 2. And trying to figure this out is kind of a pain in a way, so bear with me. Move these shoulder pads up so they're facing that way, and then you move the legs in, and you shift the feet inward so they make the fists for that. And that's actually easier than I thought it would be. You get some great articulation out of this too. And you can actually get a little tiny, come here you, there, a little piece you could plug into the hand. And I guess the shield, or I don't know, another trunk or something like that. It looks pretty cool though, holding a mammoth head. These pieces back here we'll see later on. But as far as affixing it to your Zord, you gotta have those T-Rex arms in. As you plug in this to the back, it fits in pretty well, and then to the sides as well. There. Okay, that's plugged into that. And you have a lot of your Zord already made, which looks really cool. And yeah, draw me like one of your French Zords. And last but not least, we have the pink pterodactyl, which has a little chip on the front, I just noticed. That's kind of a shame and a bummer. It looks, oh man. Oh well. A lot of it's stickers. Yeah, it's a little bit off-centered on this one too for the paint, I guess. I'm not really sure. This really bugs me though. That's a bummer, you know. It'll be happening in the back of my collection or something when something else fell. A little bit of pink up here for the pterodactyl. You get some up and down range, forward and back, you know. It's pretty nice. The wings can flap backwards, not really forwards. And these, you know, turrets can slide a little bit left and right. And also, you know, yeah, that's kind of it. Nothing really on the inside. Some screws, So, transformation time. Move the head in, and then back. Move the wings back. Doesn't matter which wing you put on top of the other. Whatever works, I would guess. You know, we get this, you know, little turret. Take that off. Another turret. Take that off. And this is our chest piece right here. And I'm excited to have this thing finally built. So, all you gotta do is line up this piece here with this over here. And then figure out how to plug this in to this area. I see it. I'm kind of too high. So this piece right over here goes into that and plugs in like that. You gotta have these curves aligned with each other. And finally, we have to attach more things to the back. This little, I guess it's a thruster, another weapon, who knows. You just put these on here. And then you move the whole Zord over. Megazord, that is. Plug the sword in. Very difficult plug-in, but... And now we have... Hello everyone, and thank you so much for watching so far. Make sure to click like, subscribe, share, and leave a comment. You can also click the bell icon for more creativity. Now let's get back to it. The full and complete Dino Megazord. This is a really nice look to it. I'm really surprised how much they put effort-wise into the build and how this all looks and comes together. I wouldn't expect any less from the guys that made Transformers themselves. They have a lot of pedigree in with this kind of field of giant robots that can transform into different things. So, let's check this guy out from top to bottom. The head and chest area looks really nice. I really love this kind of, you know, these like little shoulder pads. They're really great. I wish they were more flush with the body though, I would think, but they're kind of fine as is. It just looks super awesome. I love this thing. The head can't really move that much. The horns can move off a little bit. Maybe battle damage, who knows. These can move up and down at will. The arm can move up and down. The hand can move in and out, but you know, run the risk of having this foot pop out. But if you want to move it in and out, that's fine. You can move the arm, you know, left and right too. It's kind of limited, but it's okay by me, I guess. I'm happy to have this thing. These little thrusters, you might put some effects in them. This thing, I don't know if it goes down or if it goes up, but yeah, it's there, I guess. You can also move this arm the same way, out too. Up a little bit, for both arms at least. That works kind of fine by me. That's good. Yeah, same articulation for this. You can actually swivel this around and then goes up and down. We also can get nothing much on the chest, So let's go further down in the body. The legs are a big issue with me on this. You can't really move them. You can move them left and right, a little bit if you want. You can move them up and down and up and down, but you don't get any knee, and that's the worst part of this. I wish they could devise something to fix this on that. But you can't really do anything with the knee. You can't do some kind of weird knee pad drill garbage to just psych out the enemy, Boom! Yeah, boom! I don't know. Maybe it adds to the... Does it add to the leg? I don't know. Nah, it looks stupid. But yeah, that's pretty cool, I guess. Down to the feet, they're just feet. They can't really do anything. You do get a swivel up here, though, and a swivel up here, but nothing at the knee. I wish they had more knee articulation for this guy, but I think it's pretty cool for, $45 getting all these figures together. And yeah, that's basically the, Megazord. From the back, it looks pretty okay. You get the little sort of greebly bits everywhere, but it's pretty fine and looks nice. I really love how this thing all came together, and it's just super cool. So yeah, we have the full-on Dino Megazord from Power Rangers. It's just a super nice looking figure, and I'm really happy with it. It's great, and it's all I really need for this. The Dino Megazord stands at just about 9 1/4 inches tall, next to Alpha 5 and the Mighty Morphin Pink and Blue Rangers. They look great together, I think. I feel like maybe this is a little bit too big if I want to use it against my Lightning Collection monsters, but it looks nice next to everybody else. And also here's Jesse Hecht Creative. Dad? Overall, I find this figure to be great for what it is, a toy for kids. It's a really nice little gateway to a Megazord for those who have a smaller budget or at least don't need something huge for their collection with a lot of articulation. This makes for a great stand-in in any Lightning Collection display or other Power Rangers figure display because it just looks so nice and, I believe, accurate to the source material. Yes, there's a lot of stickers. Yes, the paint is lackluster in places. Yes, the silver isn't really that great, but it's a step forward for someone who wants this figure in their collection and doesn't want to spend an exorbitant amount of money on a larger articulated figure with better paint application. I think it looks nice, it looks great, and it works well enough for the Lightning Collection that I have, and plus it's made by Hasbro, who makes the other ones, so the quality control is great too. Sure, it may not look amazing, but for me, this is a really great Dino Megazord if you want one for your collection. Thank you so much for watching Jesse Hecht Creative. Feel free to click like, subscribe, share, or leave a comment. You can also visit us at jessehechtcreative.com, where you'll find more reviews like this one. Thanks again for watching and keep being creative. Stay tuned!